Hey there, viewers! A Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Agent of Prime's Venin or Venom. Yeah, thanks Marvel. But anyway, this is the last of the Deluxe Insecticons, which we have been slowly drip fed over the last couple of years, starting with Ransack back in Legacy. Then we finally got Chop Shop and Barrage and United. And now we finally have the fourth one here with Venin. So we actually have Generations Deluxe Insecticons now, which, to be honest, I never thought we'd get this. So this is actually kind of exciting. So, starting off at the box. Well, for one, he's a standard retail figure compared to the other three, which are just, well, one's in a really hard to find 4-pack. The other two are, well, they're in a 2-pack. And so, kind of funny how the last one's the easiest one to find. So, but anyway. So we got his name right there, or his copyright-friendly name of Venin. But yeah, this is Venom. Even if that's a Marvel character, but let's not let copyright stop us. This is Venom. So we got his cicada mode or cicada mode right here. Of course, Agent of Primes. Got his robot mode right there. Takes 17 steps to transform him into bug mode. This side we got a nice picture of Venom. Back got some of the primes. Of course, got them in both modes. I guess you can count this as Evo Fusion. That was a Legacy Evolution thing, but I guess if you could say this is Evo Fusion if you wanted to. But yeah, the gun and the axe do combine to form a full-on like fire axe. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And moving on to the actual figure. Well, this guy does stand out, not just because he's the only one really at normal retail instead of being a freaking multi-pack figure, but he's his own standalone figure. He's not a retool of a previous Insecticon. So they could be as accurate to the original toy as they wanted to, compared to the others, which are, well, you could tell that they were retools. But this guy, fully new mold, which is really cool. So yeah. But anyway, looking at him, of course, it's a robotic cicada, or cicada. I'm not sure how to pronounce it over here. But anyway. Of course, we've got the bug head with the little eyes. Although, yeah, it's pretty much the robot face, just right there, though. I guess you could pretend it's a little mouth. I don't know. You can flip this down, so it can, like, I don't know, make noises, I guess. I'm trying to remember what cicadas do, because I'm pretty sure they don't suck blood from humans. So I'm just trying to know what this little proboscis thing does. But yeah, it just stays there. This is like Mohawk in robot mode. Yeah, we have the little cute face. We've got the 6 legs right here. We do have a Decepticon symbol right there. We've got the wings, which are very realistic, honestly. Like, dude. I don't think they were that realistic on the original toy, to be honest. But yeah, like, these kind of flap around. Like, they can move up and they can flap if you want. Got these ports here if you want to plug in something. Got the arse end right here. So there you go. And the underneath, we've got a port here to plug in a gun if you want. And speaking of guns, let's throw in the accessories. So we've got 2. So we got this gun right here. Pretty standard. Of course, you can plug in a blast effect right there. And we've got this, well, the blade of an axe. And this is accurate to the original toy, because I think the original toy also came with just the blade of an axe. But he can still hold it. Although with this version, unique to the Age of the Primes version, you can plug this on, or EVA Fusion. Well, now you've got a full-on axe if you want. Well, it does cost you the gun, but still, this is pretty cool. So if you want to, like, swing at someone, and there you go. And for storage, we've got the ports here in the arms. So these can just plug on right here. So there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it for bug mode. Overall, I quite like it. Like, it's accurate to the original figure. And honestly, let's put in the original. Well, let's put in the Deluxe Insecticons. So here we got Chop Shop, got Ransack, and here's Barrage. And honestly, these guys all look really good together. I mean, come on. Generations Deluxe Insecticons. That's something I thought we'd never get because, I mean, yeah, Chop Shop did have a toy in Combiner Wars. I think Venin had a toy back in, like, what, Thrilling 30, but it was the wrong colors. It's just nice to finally have these guys all get proper Generations figures at long last. Like, this feels nice. Like, it's another team complete, finally. So, yeah. And keep in mind, this all started because Ransack was included in a 4-pack back in Legacy Year 1. So this took, like, what, 3 years to complete all this? So, yeah. And last but not least, here he is with the original figure. Because keep in mind, with this not being a retool, they can be as accurate to the original toy as they wanted to. And honestly, I think they did a pretty good job. Really, the only difference is the heads can't really fold up like the original toy. Which honestly, I would have preferred, to be honest, to hide the face. And the wings are a lot more realistic looking. But other than that, they've made this figure as accurate as they could. Like, dude, seriously. This is like almost one-to-one with the original toy. Just, I wish the heck could have folded up. That's my one gripe with the bug mode. So, yeah. So, compared to the other three, which, yeah, they're just retools of the other Insecticons, this one being an entirely new mold means, well, it transforms like the original figure. Of course, with some generation stuff mixed in, but anyway. So to transform this, I'm just going to take the bug legs and just fold them down. Let's try and get the wings out of the way for now. In fact, get the arms out. There we go. So yeah, just get the arms out. Try and get the head down, like so. With the legs, we're just going to split them. So split this bit as well. There we go. And then they can just rotate down. Let's go into... In fact, you can even see that the knee pad just goes into the leg there, which is pretty clever. There we go. Let's rotate these around. The ankles move into place. The foot just flips around. Pull out the shoulders. extend out the arms. Ugh, come on. There we go. Get the hand out. And you want to be careful because, yeah, it's just on this little bit right here. So it's rather easy to remove the hand. So be careful there. But what you want to do is take the wings and move them under his armpits. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of that because it makes adjusting his arms a bit awkward, in my opinion. Like, they're always kind of forward, like he's holding, like, it's like he's holding a Wii remote in the nunchuck all the time. So that's kind of awkward. I'm not a fan of that. But finally, just take the head and get that down. And here we have Venin in robot mode. And honestly, yeah, that transformation's pretty fine. It's just, the only thing I'm not a fan of is the wings. Because, as you can see, the way that they're placed is kind of awkward. And plus, yeah, that's how the instructions want you to do that. But yeah, we can just have the bug legs down like so. I just wish that there was a better place to have the wings, like just on his back or something. But no, they're permanently attached and you have to have them under his armpits. So he's always kind of holding his arms forward, like he's trying to play it's like he's trying to play the Wii, for example. That's what it looks like to me. That's kind of awkward. But anyway, looking at him in robot mode, aside from that, I think it looks pretty nice. Like, we can see this, he's trying to fill out the back of the legs, which otherwise would be kind of hollow, so that's pretty good. The head, which of course we did kind of see in beast mode, is now fully visible. So we've got the visor right there, got this little tippy bit, which I guess is like a mohawk kind of thing. I have no idea. So yeah, and we can see that the ports are on the front of his arms instead of the side. So I don't know, do with that what you will. And for the weapons, of course, we can just plug these in. Yeah, he's just holding the blade of an axe, which is accurate to the original toy. But it is kind of weird, but if you want to, you can have it so he's holding a full-on axe. So we just plug that in and then just plug this on. So he's got a full-on axe. So there you go, that's an option if you want. But honestly, I just prefer to have him hold the blades, you know, like the original toy. And yeah, that's a complaint I've got with the hands. So yeah, the robot mode I feel is kind of awkward, namely with, yeah, the fact that the ankles kind of impede each other, so he's kind of always wobbling around. And as I've talked about, the wings and the arms, but still, I think he looks pretty good. Like, if I bring in the other Deluxe Insecticons, for example, like Ransack here, and of course the Barrage and Chop Shop 2-pack. Yeah, I think these guys look pretty good together. Because once again, I mean, freaking Generations Deluxe Insecticons. That is amazing. So that's another like team that Hasbro's completed. And honestly, I'd be up for if Hasbro redid these guys in their like original like Beatrice colors, or even like concept up a Ladybird one. But that one I don't see happening. But still, I just think it's cool to have these guys all together at last. I mean, come on, seriously, this is amazing. So yeah. And, well, putting him with the G1 figure, we can see that the wing armpit issue stems from the G1 figure. So, yeah. But this is a pretty faithful recreation. That bit of red that seems to be new, but still, I think this is a pretty good recreation of Venom. Honestly, I think it looks kind of better, to be honest. Like he's all generationified. So, yeah. Not really much else to say. Like, so. Let's move on to the articulation. So, the head can go side to side, which is pretty cool. Of course, it can look up. Can kind of look down. Arms can move, although the wings do impede. But you can't do that. You can T-pose. Bicep rotation. He's got elbows. If you want him to hold a sword, which, let's see if I can do this without... There you go. If you want him to hold a sword, the arm, or the wrist does move down, which is amazing. So you can do sword wielding poses, which is, I mean, come on. Waist. Well, there you go. Which is amazing because he doesn't look like he's got a waist swivel. He does. Wings can move around. He can kick forward. Kick back about that far before the wings. Well, before the legs get in the way. The bug legs. Pretty good knee. Like, there you go. And he's even, like, standing there, so that's pretty good. He can do the splits. An amazing pivot. Feet can move back and forth, as you can see there. And the toes can also move. So yeah, you can get this guy into some really good poses. Like, dude. So yeah. Aside from the arms, I think this guy is pretty good. I mean, come on. He poses amazingly. And honestly, he looks amazing next to the other Deluxe Insecticons. So yeah. Now, my complaints, obviously, I've already talked about the wings, but other complaints, well, the hands can come off quite easily, as you've seen. Also, I wish in Beast Mode the head would have, like, flipped up instead of just showing the visor, but, oh well. Also, I wish the feet were more stable, because as you can see, he kind of like waddles around quite a lot, so that's kind of annoying. But none of them are really damning the figure. Really, the biggest one is the wings, like the wing placement and the wrists for me. But still, I think this is a really fun figure. Would I recommend it? Yeah, especially if you have the other Deluxe Decepticons, he completes the team, but as a standalone figure, I would still recommend him because I think he looks cool in both modes. He's quite fun to transform, and honestly, with it being October as of the time of recording, a spooky bug transformer, I think fits this month. So yeah. So this has been my review on Age of the Prime's Venin or Venom, and this is a Transformers fan signing off.